Consumer Price Index. By definition, the Consumer Price Index is a statistical series used to track monthly changes in the prices paid by the consumer for the market basket. The CPI is used all over the world in over 100 countries. It is based on the price of the market basket. Some items that are included in the basket include food and beverages, housing, apparel, transportation, medical care, recreation, education, and communication, and other goods and services. There can be 250 to 450 items that are used to measure changes in the cost of maintaining a given standard of living. In order to calculate the Consumer Price Index, the formula is current market basket cost divided by previous year market basket cost. That answer multiplied by 100 is equal to CPI. Some acronyms that are needed for the United States CPI are CPI-U, which is the Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers, and CPI-W, which is the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. The U.S. uses these two categories, but other places can use categories such as single, self-employed, and professional. I compared the CPI-U for the different regions of the United States. The four regions are the Northeast, Midwest, South, and West. The product that was compared was motor fuel. In order to calculate the numbers for the graph, the formula is index divided by percentage changed is equal to the previous index. The map is divided into the different regions. Blue is the Northeast, orange is the Midwest, brown is the South, while yellow is the West. On the 5 charts, the first column is the index from January 2010, while the second and third columns are the percentage changed from the first half of 2009 to the second half of 2009, then to January of 2010. This chart shows the indexes after the formula is applied for the first and second half of 2009, which will result in the points for the graph. The chart is a visual representation of the indexes for the given amount of time. The U.S. city average is light blue, while the Northeast is purple, the Midwest is green, the South is orange, and the West is red. In conclusion to the chart, the U.S. city average is the base for the graph to show which is the highest and the lowest. The West has the highest index, which indicates that it has the highest price and inflation rate on gas. The Midwest is second, with the Northeast following. Lastly, the South will have the lowest price and rate of inflation. The Consumer Price Index not only measures the rise in prices, but inflation. Inflation represents changes in prices of all goods and services purchased for consumption by urban households. It began to be calculated by the government in 1913. The chart shows how much inflation has increased since it began to be calculated. For example, $1 in 1913 is the equivalent of $22.06 now. So that would mean that $1,000 then is $22,064.55 now, which is equal to college tuition in most areas. For my works cited, I used the economics textbook, Encyclopedia Britannica, the Bureau of Labor Statistics website, and Table 30 from the Bureau of Labor Statistics concerning CPI-U.